and today I'm going to teach you how to tighten a headset or install a integrated headset on a BMX bike. Things you're going to need for this is either an Allen key for your side bolts and a socket wrench for your top cap like mine. Top cap. This is just an integrated tattoo. This is not like standard. Nobody rides standard anymore. So I'm just going to take this back apart just to show you guys. Okay, so what you're going to do first is you're going to need your integrated bearing race and put your bearing like that onto the fork. I really don't want to touch it because I don't want to get my hands too greasy because I have to touch my bike and stuff. So I think I'm just going to grab it with a glove or something. But you take the bearing, see the bearing? It's an integrated bearing, it's sealed. And you slide it down the fork. Make sure it sits flush onto the bearing race. And you take that, take your frame, and you stick you make sure it sits flush inside your frame. And then next part is you take your top bearing and top bearing. It really doesn't matter because all bearings, both bearings are exactly the same. This one is chrome and the bottom one is too, but the bottom just has a crap load of grease on it. You may need grease for this too, but these are already greased, so I don't have to do that. I already did that earlier. So you're gonna, oh yeah, and then you're gonna need your top cap. My top cap's already gone. But here your bearings are greased, you can just stick your top cap through your on top of your bearing, and it'll just like stay. There, slide that on. Next part, put your handlebars on. And if you forgot to do this and you're retarded, you need spacers. Spacers are the most crucial part of your headset. The right amount of spacers is very, very needed, because if you don't have the right amount of spacers, your bike it's going to feel like crap. So right here I got 5 spacers, but I may not need all 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 5 spacers and I'm just going to slide them on my headset. And then I'm going to take my bars, slide my bars onto my stem. That's too high. You don't want too much room in between your fork and your stem. So you're going to take that back off. Remember spacer? Just keep going from there. Just keep removing spacers. And that seems, I don't know, about right. I'm not sure though, because I don't know really anything about tightening a headset. All I know is how to tighten it. I don't know how to have the right amount of spacers, but I'm just going to go with this for now. So I'm going to sit down, that way I can check the play for my headset and whatnot. So what you're going to do is, I think I have too much spacers, so I'm going to remove one again. Now we have 2 less. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a spacer on the top. Now I wouldn't really advise doing this because you can really, if you don't put the right amount of pressure on your headset, you can make a loose headset. So just find a spacer that you think would be right. And take your top cap, just finger tighten it. All the way down, and then once once you get it finger tightened on the way down, just make sure if you have a spacer on top to keep it even. Because if it's not, like I said, you'll get a loose headset, you'll have uneven pressure, and your headset just won't feel right or spin right, and it'll just suck. So you just gotta get it right. This is like kind of one of the hard parts because this fork, I don't have the right amount of spacers. I mean the right size spacers. I mean I would. I'm trying to think of where I could get spacers from without destroying one of my bikes. So you're gonna start tightening it. I think I got even pressure. Yep. So you just keep tightening it. Keep tightening it until it's snug. Don't tighten it too much because it might not. It'll screw up your spin because it's fun. That made any sense. This probably looks retarded on camera, but dang it. Okay. Spin your bars. Check for resistance, and if there's no resistance, then good, then you're safe. But if there's resistance, you need to loosen it. So right now, I just need to tighten it down a little bit more because you got play in your headset. I got play. Okay, now that you've got even pressure on your forks and your headset is completely tight, what you're gonna do is tighten these side bolts. So, tighten it down. Tighten them down all the way, as far as you can. And that's my how to tighten a headset. Sorry it's so long, it's just the